Hey, awesome folks, how's it going? It's been quite a while since I've been here. I love the comments that are coming. I love the excitement. I have a little disappointing news for y'all. That the pixel art we'll be doing is actually pretty simple, and it's nothing too complex. But it's also great to get started with things initially, so it'll be fun nonetheless. Okay, my camera doesn't seem to be working. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can fix it quickly. If not, well, we're anyway going to be sharing the screen, so we'll be fine. Alright, folks, let's see if my camera works. It does, and it's that. Alright, this is better. Well, it's not the best angle, obviously, but we'll make do with it. So hi, folks, how's it going? I love the comments. I know this is a little bit of a surprise as this wasn't scheduled earlier. But yeah, I really wanted to do a stream with you all. It's going to be a short, sweet stream as usual. We're going to do one technical project. It'll be up and running in no time. So yeah, let's go. But before we start, how many of you are here for the first time? How many of you all are joining my stream for the first time? I see Emily. Hey, Emily, welcome to the stream. Hi, Anubapa, one of my regular hackers again, always there. Smith of Code is back. Hi, Smith of Code. Have you ever tried the pixel code yet, pixel art yet? I know it's one of the challenges, which is why I thought it'd be fun to do it at the stream this time. And the last of this entire GHW, as it happens to be, well, that is actually very cool. It's amazing because sports does the same thing, no? It lowers your heartbeat and makes your body more efficient. But cool, man, that's a great fact to start a game stream with. I actually wanted to do one game stream where we actually just go out and play quiz games, but I think we'll just stick to a digital version this time as well. So yeah, folks, let's get started. I don't see a lot of people joining the stream, which is fine because this wasn't on the schedule earlier. But it's going to be a fun stream. It's going to be a short stream, as mine usually are. But we'll make a very cool project in the end. Again, the reason why I want to do this stream or rather run this project is to get you all familiar and up and going with Ably. How many of you all have used Ably before? Ably, in case you all don't know what I'm talking about. Anyone used Ably before? No one's used Ably? That's a little sad. Ably is actually a very cool tool. And I know you all are going to have fun using it. I don't see any comments, which means I'll take it that none of y'all have used Ably before, which is fun because it's going to be a lot of fun for you all to use. It's a very nice and layered piece of, well, a product and a tool. The reason I want y'all to get introduced to Ably is because it's an amazing Smith of code. Is that you telling me that you've used the Ably tool before? I hope so, because I would love some hackers to help each other out. But yeah, so it's basically something that enables you all to do a bunch of sophisticated stuff in your applications. And I think it's very important since you all spend so much time building these incredible projects over the weekends and the weeks when it comes to Global Hack Week. Ably, Ably. And of course, we'll be doing an entire project today. Very simple project. It'll blow your mind how simple it is and how nice it is to set up automations. I'm sure you all have used IFTTT before. If you haven't, you're in for a really nice treat because IFTTT makes your life so much easier when you're working with new tools, new products, and well, so on and so forth. Sorry if I'm moving too much. I'm sitting on a swing. I just felt a nice change in location might be nice for a stream. But cool. So let's get started. As you all know, if you all are here, definitely register and check in. I'll quickly walk you all through the process if you all haven't done it before. Every time you register and check in, you get some community points, and those community points usually add up to getting you more swag after GHW is over. So I'm just going to quickly log in. Give me 1 second, folks. Let me pull up the link. So this is the link you want to go and register and check in at. I am. Oh, is that so? Let me see if turning off my fan helps. Is this better? Is my audio better? Default. Okay, this should be much better in terms of my audio. Is it better, folks? J24SC. Thank you so much for the code. That's exactly the link I was about to share. But thank you so much for good. I love it when you all hackers help each other out. I think that's the sweetest thing. And I love seeing you all collaborate. But yeah, since I had it copied anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put it. But yeah. All right, awesome. I'm so glad that you mentioned that earlier. J24. Okay, awesome. Let's get started, right? So if you all click on the link, you all should be able to log in and check in. Again, highly recommend it because you all are here, you all are working hard. I would definitely hate for you all to miss out on any points that you can gain through it, right? All right, awesome. If you all, I hope you all know how to check in. If not, let me know. I'm happy to walk you through it on the screen by sharing my screen, but I think you all are much more than capable of doing so. Cool. So let's get started. Very simple. Like I've said it multiple times, it's going to blow your mind how simple this entire process is going to be. We're going to sign up for a bunch of accounts. I have TTT and Ably for starters. Then we're going to use a Slack channel so you can set up your own workspace wherever you want. So if you have a workspace that allows you to add it, you can go ahead and DM yourself the automation. If not, you can set up a new workspace. So what we're going to basically be doing is we're going to use Ably and IFTTT to integrate into a game where every time you toggle a button in the game, it sends a message onto your Slack that, hey, this is what's happening in the game. Right. So it's a very simple automation, very simple to set up, but it's really nice to make sure that you all get comfortable with Ably, the platform. And of course, IFTTT, I feel, makes your life easier on any front when you're doing a project. IFTTT. IFTTT. Don't worry, folks, I will be showing you everything. I'll be sharing a screen. But before we get started, as usual, I forgot to give my introduction. I know most of you all already know me because I see you all are regular hackers. But if you all are here for the first time, welcome to GHW. I am Prithvi. I have been a coach for almost 3 years soon. And yeah, I love running streams. It's been 2 years since I've been running streams. And you all know, if you all have been here, how much I love doing this. You all always turn up for my streams, which is all my heart. And yeah, I usually do some simple intro projects and get people started from scratch. A lot of times, most of my regular hackers are kind enough to join it anyway and help the new hackers get to the same point. So yeah, let's get started, right? Let's start by opening Ably. So we'll pixel art. I promise you, it's going to be a very simple way to get started with pixel art, but it's a great way to understand how pixel art works. I think we'll be running the stream in another 40-ish minutes max, right? Because last stream, I want you all to get to your challenges, and hopefully the stream helps you submit to a couple of more challenges. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to quickly open Ably on my screen and share. There you go. I need to stop losing my stream here. Give me 1 second, folks. Close window, present window, and there we go. So this is what you search for, folks. Ably. Okay, all this is what so this is Ably real time is what you're looking for. There we go. Awesome. So this is what you're looking for, Ably real time, right? Let's click on Ably real time. Okay, this is where you all land. So you all can see it's a very, very sophisticated product with a bunch of different features. This is the important one. This is what I want you all to try eventually, right? The multiplayer collaboration. What we're going to be doing today, though, is we're going to basically do a little bit of a data synchronization mixed with live chat. Okay, mostly like notifications. So if you want to go ahead later and explore this tool, which I highly recommend, there's a really cool tutorials page. Remember that tutorials usually get updated. They don't get updated often enough, but the tool does. So a lot of times things change in the tutorials. I have been practicing a bunch of tutorials though because of the stream. So if you face any issue in any other tutorial, feel free to tag me on the Emily's Discord and I'll help you all out. Today what we're going to be doing is part of one of the tutorials. I'll send the link to this later though. Okay, so if y'all are following along and yep, I'm gonna have to catch up with the chat. So, yep, that's the platform, Smith of Code. I love that platform. Hi, Yash. Welcome to the stream. Thank you, Emily. I'm sure I can't wait for you to be in this place. I can't wait for you to join one of my streams, actually. Emily, lovely story. I won't put too much spotlight on her this time, but you all should definitely talk to Emily, which is Shamari here. Awesome. So, cool. Awesome. Great job. You all love how you all are helping each other out. Okay, so this is Ably. Let's start by signing up. Okay, so I'm gonna go find the login button. Oh, I already got signed in. No, I haven't. Let's go here. So click on login or sign up for free, whichever you all are doing. Since I've already signed up before, I'm going to log in. I have my Google login, so I'm going to go ahead and log in with Google. And I'm going to give you all exactly 3 minutes to get on the same page. So there you go. I am signed in and you'll see I already have a GHW test app created. So I'm going to let this be. Okay. I'm going to create a new one once you all are here. So I'm going to give you all around 2-ish minutes to get here. Hey Nemo, yes, I am Ritvi. All right, folks. It is 3:53 on my clock. I'm going to give you all until 3:55 to reach the same page. Give me a thumbs up or a acknowledgement once you're on the same page, and I'll continue ahead. Okay. You all seem to be working very hard. Hi, Daksh. Welcome to the stream. So once you all reach the dashboard of Ably, you want to click on create a new app, which I've done for you all here. This is what create your new app should take you to. Oh yeah, they do. That is true. That they're trying to know you as, basically what you're trying to build, because their entire email curation will be based on that, right?
So once y'all are here, all right, awesome. Emily's on the same page. Let's move on. So once y'all are here, y'all want to create a new app. Okay, once we do create a new app, y'all can name it anything. I'm going to go ahead and give it our usual name, which we do for GHW, which is called GHW demo. This isn't exactly important, to be fair, but y'all can go ahead and select a generic. We're not going to be using any language per se today, but go ahead and list one. What you'll be creating again doesn't matter because we're anyway going to be using the API key only. We're not using the tool in any other way. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on just exploring and create the app. Now, if you are stuck on any step here, let me know. I'm happy to help you all out. Yes, if you all don't have an account, you all will have to sign up. Okay, so this is what my page looks like. Okay, so you can see this language, you can always switch it later. So you don't have to be very adamant about the language you choose. It is always changeable later, right? Great. This is your API key. This is what's important. So we'll be using this in the last step though. So don't worry about copying it right now. Once you all are here though, let me know. We'll move on to the next step. I'm going to give you all another 2 minutes on the clock to get here where you see the page I'm at. You can give it whatever name you want. Awesome, Jay's there. I know Emily is getting there. If there's anyone else following along, please let me know. I'm happy to wait for you or help you all out in any step you all might want. All right, great. I don't see any questions. I'm going to go ahead and go on to the next step. Again, it's very simple. If you all get lost anywhere, it's very easy to catch up. So let me know, okay? So over here, you all see there are a bunch of tabs, right? So what we want to go on to is integrations. Okay, so click on integrations, and these are the three things that pop up, right? So there's a Datadog integration, there is an incoming webhooks integration, and there's the integration rules, right? So what we're going to be using is the integration rule. Okay, just exploring. I selected just exploring because we're not really building anything with code in Ably right now, or not. Well, we are building with code, but we're not going to be writing the code. We're using a demo application. So any language works. Stick to JavaScript because our eventual demo app that we're using is a Node.js and an Express application. But you're using the API key directly, so your console language does not really matter. And in the type of application, just exploring because again, you all aren't using anything through Ably per se. You all are just using the API key and using the cloud service. All right, awesome. Appreciate your questions, folks. Let's go ahead and click on the new integration rule. We are going to be using, as you can see, IEEE, which is listed the first thing here on the webhook. So I'm going to go ahead and click on choose. Once I do, it expands it to the other options available. Zapier is also another really cool tool if you all want to try and not build with IEEE. It does the same thing as IEEE for the most part. So in case IEEE causes an issue because of the pro plan, you all can go ahead and try it with Zapier. I'll do it with you all. But for the timing, let's choose IEEE. This is where it should land you. Now we want the IEEE webhooks. I'm going to click on IEEE webhook settings. Over here, you all can see that it's taking you directly to the information page of webhooks. Now, if there should ideally be a documentation button here. If it isn't, that means you're not signed in. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in, right? So I'm going to do a Google login. Right, I am in. I'm going to go ahead and go back to this page and click IEEE webhook settings. Reload this page, and there you go. So you see the documentation button here. This is what we want to see. So if you all are on the same page, let me know. Exactly, and we're not even doing the server implementation, to be fair. We're just using a demo app that someone's been kind enough to build for us. So what we'll be doing is we'll be connecting the API key. The game, however, is pretty cool from the demo app. So y'all can go ahead and go through the code later and see what's happening apart from the API key we're building. We do not need any VS Code. We do not need anything outside the browser for this. So y'all can just stick to the browser, nice and simple. And in the end, we'll make some cool pixel art. Very simple pixel art. And I also have a Python script if you all want to go ahead and do something creative. I also recommend looking into pfi.js if you're really into building some cool pixel art today. All right, folks, I'm going to give you all another 2 minutes on the clock to get to the same page. If you all have any questions, though, feel free to pop them in the chat. But that's a great question, Smith of Code. P5.js is this really cool JavaScript library. Actually, while others are getting on the same page, I can show you all very quickly, right? So p5.js. It's not the code, so it's p5js.org. One of the coolest things that I love talking about and I love doing streams about. So I can hit examples, right? So you can see these are actually, this is basically what they've done is they've abstracted JavaScript to a level where you can use the code base that they've created as a canvas. So you start with directly defining your canvas and then drawing across it like you would in any good, drawing library, equivalent being D3. If I'm saying it right, I hope I'm saying it right. D3 is the library, right? Yep, d3.js, right? So d3.js is another very cool library for drawing. Like you can do some very cool stuff. But p5.js is very simple. So let's say I hit something fun. I want to show you all something fun. Okay, let's go for multiple lights. Right, so let's see what's happening here. This is like, it's interactive also, right? So every time I take my mouse on this, it changes color. You see? So this is the code for it. And you can see how simple it is. This is the entire code for something so beautiful, right? So you have a canvas. So your function starts with a canvas. That's the amount of abstraction they've done, where you start by creating an entire box in which you can start drawing. You can set your mouse interaction with a simple function and a simple call of the function. And then you can see how simple it is, right? You have a rotation function that is continuously rotating your cube. You can see it's been using simple functions like rotate, translate, etc. And then you have your sphere, which is also just a simple function, and your entire interaction is being controlled by this tiny 2-line code. How cool is that? I know there are cooler code examples though. Let's see what this does, right? So you can see this is an entire expansion of all the mouse interactions you can use by simple 2 lines, right? So like I'm clicking, I'm hovering, and I'm dragging it, but the code's pretty simple, as you can tell. Now I can see that the code is also letting us change the box size. I'm just not sure how though. Good. And like this is again some completely browser based, so you can hit run or you can go to the editor here, right, and export or import examples there. Let's see, right? So one of the streams and one of the conferences, I did this thing called breaking down concepts, JavaScript concepts. So I tried to visualize concepts like closure or inheritance with simple graphics coded using the concept. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty fun, if not cool. It isn't WebGL based, but they do have WebGL support, if that makes sense. J24. Right, so actually that's a good question. Let me see if I can example. They have a WebGL example. I'll show you all how. Is this my? No, this is not mine. No. So let's go with yeah. Let's go. They don't have it in examples, but remind me to show you all this in the last part of the stream today. I have a WebGL example that I coded. I don't know if I'll be able to log in easily here. File, open, collections, sketches. See, so there you go. I basically did all the data structures, everything using, there you go. This is the WebGL. So you can implement WebGL, okay? You see over here, they're creating a canvas with WebGL. So even the first example that I showed you all with the sphere and the cube and the 3D, that's where you're using WebGL. So when I run this, you're going to have a simple box rotating. So the cube without the colors, because we're not adding any extra functions or any extra features of the color. But this is a simple WebGL function. Does that make sense? I'm sorry, I forgot who asked. Is this WebGL base? J24. So I hope that makes sense. Yeah, it is pretty cool, huh? P5.js is really cool. So it's under processing org. If you all are into open source contributions, they always have some really cool fellowships available. You can't see the URL, okay? Why can't you all see the URL this time? I'm sharing the entire video. But basically, it's called p5.js. So this is what it's called. Let me hit the link for you all in the chat. There you go. And it comes under processing organization. So you all can, I think there should be a way to go to the processing organization here. See, over here, processing foundation in the corner. Or actually even the first one. So this is the processing foundation. They do some very cool stuff. They also have the same thing in Python for Android and for the Raspberry Pi. So they do some pretty cool stuff. Okay, cool. Folks, let's get back. I hope you all have signed up for IFTTT and Ably. I don't want us losing thread over here either. So if you all see the documentation page here, right, you can hit click. And once you do, it will take you to the page. And right at the top over here, you should be able to see your API key. Okay? I was trying not to show it, but it's on the screen. Right? So once you get the API key here, you're going to copy it. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and copy it. I'm going to take the API key, go back to my Ably and hit the IFTTT webhook key and enter it there. Event name is anything you want the event name to be. But remember, this has to be a variable type of name, which means that don't use any spaces. And this is going to be detected by your IFTTT service case by case, right? So make sure that it's something very simple or unique enough for you all to be, copying it across the board, right? So I am going to go with something very simple called test, as I usually do, but you all can go ahead and create something slightly more sophisticated. Okay, that's it, folks. We want the source to be message. Channel and everything is selected perfectly. I'm going to go ahead and hit create. All right, if you all are on the same page, you all should be able to see a nice reactor event called IFTTT created. Okay, and once it is enabled and everything, you all can go back to IFTTT and hit create, because now we'll be creating the applet that runs the automation with our Slack workspace. You aren't able to connect what? Smith of code, where are you stuck? Tell me. So you can't find the key for what? You do not need your Ably key right now. You only need your IFTTT key, which is going to be, so if once I click here or if I click here edit, in your edit integration rule, open IFTTT webhook settings. And over here, you should see the word documentation. If you don't see documentation, log in and refresh the page. You all will be able to see the word documentation. The moment you click documentation, your API key should be right at the top. Okay, and that's the only thing you need to add here, and the event name, which needs to be unique, but make sure that whatever you put here is exactly as you put in your applet that you create in the IFTTT space. Okay? Alright, folks, I'm going to give you all another 2 minutes on the clock to get on the same page. Smith of code, please tell me if you all are still stuck. Exactly. So that's the problem with most API key based applications. Simple logging in and logging off changes the UX quite a lot. Yes, it is. I am actually quite not happy with the UX for that matter because I'm a little concerned because I do streams a lot and I hope I can go back and at some point change the key because if not, I'm going to be charged a lot for my application. So I'm pretty sure there should be a way to change it. Let's see. Settings. Yeah, there is an option, right, to regenerate the key. So I can go ahead and click that whenever I want, which I probably will the first thing after the stream. All right, awesome, folks. Same page. Can we start creating the applet? Cool. Since no one is responding, I'm going to go ahead and start creating the applet. All right. Thank you so much, Jay, for responding. I don't know if Emily's still following along. I hope you are. And in case you all are facing any trouble, you all know, please stop and help before we continue. All right. So, all right. Let's click on if this. What is our if this? What is it that's triggering our entire workflow? It's a webhook. So, if you don't see webhook here, you can go ahead and search and just hit webhook, right? Click on webhook. Remember, what are we doing? We're not expecting a JSON, which is weird because you're usually, if you're ever using webhook, on the most days you're going to be using a JSON payload. But today we're using a web request. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and create the event name, which is as usual our GHW demo. Right. You all can create whatever you all want. Yep, that's correct. Create trigger. Edit. Actually, you know what? I think here's what you put. Yeah, there you go. Right, if this, then that. Over here, we're going to use Slack. So hit Slack and select Slack. Okay. Now we're going to be posting to a channel because that's a simple action we're automating. You can later come back and have fun with it. Okay. So I have my account selected, Slack account selected. I have made in my own workspace, a new workspace, an empty workspace where I'm the only member for the time being, and created a special channel, right? So over here, I'm going to go ahead and hit public channel. You can see these are the channels I've created for us at GHW Games Week as well. And over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the entire message and add ingredient and add value 1. Okay, because so the name of the webhook is supposed to be the exact same name that you've added in your Ably event name. Okay, make sure that it's exactly the same. Okay, the title doesn't matter. Your title URL over here, however, can be whatever you want it to be called. Over here, for us, we can call it Captain Hansen. Okay. Now you can also upload a cool thumbnail. So what we'll do later is we'll go ahead, create a nice pixel art of our Captain Hansen and upload that. Okay. I'm hoping I'm not going too fast. Yep, it's right at the top, Emily. Let me show it to you very quickly. So when you go to your, lost the tab, folks. There we go. Right. So if I go here and this is where you all should be. So if you see the word documentation, hit documentation, and right at the top, your key is so and so is what should pop up. I really need to change this ASAP. So. Yep, just refresh the page. That is the perfect solution. So the thing is, if it's telling you that you're logged in twice, that means you probably logged in with another method earlier whenever you created an account. And now if you're using Google or GitHub to sign in, it's going to say that you're using dual channel, which is fine. Just hit refresh and you'll be fine. Oh, it's still not showing up. Can you try logging out and signing in again? What do you mean by do we have to follow the Slack thingy? Ideally, yes, but if you want to go ahead and set up a different automation, feel free to do so. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and hit Captain Hansen. And if y'all are behind, which I feel that y'all are, Emily, did the problem solve for you? If not, I'd recommend just using a different email ID. No worries, Jay. Take your time. Take your time. I am always happy to wait. I always feel my streams are a little too fast, a little too slow, which is why I was trying to be a little faster today, but feel free to take your time. So over here, when you click Slack account, you can also go ahead and click a new account. If you all have access to a public Slack channel, and if it's giving you additional access, like if it's letting you add IEEE, you can still go ahead and connect it to your DM, right? So when you click on DM, you can connect your own account. So you'll be DMing yourself. The bot is basically going to be DMing you. Now, you all can see I've also set up Zapier, which means you can get IEEE and Zapier to exchange commands and messages and actually work off each other in a single account. The only reason why you would do that ever is if there are certain services available on Zapier that aren't available on IEEE or vice versa, and you want them to trigger off each other. Precisely. So that happened with me as well. And all you need to do is just refresh the page, and it usually works. And if it isn't working, just start with a new email ID. And don't try and sign in with two methods like email and you don't see the stack and creation. I see it again. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen, right? I'm gonna go back. Right? I'm gonna create the applet from scratch. Okay. So did you add a webhook? So the first thing you're going to do, actually, I'm going to just leave this entirely and I'm going to create it from scratch. Okay. So I'm going to hit create. My if this is a webhook. Okay. So if it's not popping up in your recommended channels, what you can do is always search for it. So webhooks. Okay. We're requesting a web request. We're receiving a web request. Over here, this is the variable name, rather the event name exactly, which you have named here, right? So over here, when I do an edit, this is test. So if I, let's say this was test, right, underscore GHW, I need to make sure test underscore GHW. I'm going to make sure this is the same name that goes here. Okay, make sure that the case, the underscore, the spaces are the same. Even if I do this, like add an extra space here, there's a high chance that this might throw in, and hit create trigger. Once you hit create trigger, then you can go to then that and add Slack. Make sense? This is where you should be able to see Slack. Yes, you need a Slack account, and if you don't have one, it's very easy to create. Okay, if you don't want to create, let me know. I'm happy to add you all to my Slack if that helps. Let me see. Oh no, not this, not this, not this. Slack. Okay, if you all don't have a public Slack account that gives you access to automations, let me know. I'm happy to add you to my Slack. I will, however, remove you from this once you all are done because I usually use this for my personal tasks. Right? No, not new message. Fancy works. Add coworkers, copy invite link. Okay. So in case you all are having trouble creating your own Slack account, let me know. You all can join this link. that I've put on the screen. And once you do, let me know. I will give you all access to the adding automations. Okay, Jay is here. Jay, let me give you access to. Mm-mm. Okay, for coding is here. That is great. I am just trying to. Uh, it's been a while since I did Slack configuration, folks. Give me 1 second. Let me check where I can. Mm-mm. See if you can add integration to this. If it doesn't let you, request one, and I'll give you access there. Emily joined. Awesome. Great, folks. So just try and add the integration in case it tells you that you all don't have authorization. Let me know. I am happy to give you all access there. So tools and settings, manage members. There we go. This should let me give you all access to adding. There we go. Workspace admins. I'm making you all workspace admins. Please do not change the things inside it, but you all can basically now add automations quickly. Okay? So that should be fairly helpful. Once you all are done, let me know. Oh, that's weird. Can you all try again? Let's see. Can you send me a screenshot of the error that you're getting very quickly? Because if it's because you all don't have admin access, you all have it now, so you all can just refresh it again and it should go for you. So I've given all of you all who's joined the Slack access, admin access. So when you click on post to channel, and you should be able to see Slack account which says Ritvi12 or Frenzy Works, one of the two. You all can use any of the channels. You can use a direct message or you can use a public channel. I use GHW Games Week. If you want, you all can create your own public channels and send messages there, or you can just direct message yourself. Right, and I can also send it to you all, or you all can send it amongst yourselves because you all now all have admin access. But if you want, you can stick to public channel, go to Games Week, and in the message, delete this. You can add value 1 and add your name to it, right? So let's say over here I go Ritvi. Cool. Rest of it can be the same. You all can give a different title URL, that is a title name, and you should be good. And you all can hit create action. But I hope you all are not getting the issue with Slack anymore. Are you on the same page, Sahil? Hey, Samrit, welcome to the stream. I don't know where you are, Sahil, so you're gonna have to tell me where you're at so I can tell you what to do next. If you're on the same page, that's awesome. Congratulations on being so fast. You can just hit create, and what you do, it should say this post to channel Ritvi12. Okay. If it gives you an error here for signing up, it should down. Ideally not, because you have two free applets. Go ahead and sign up for it. You can always finish it later. Okay. So I'm gonna hit finish. And once I hit finish, this applet is now ready. Okay, it should be show connected. And you can also do this, but this is really no point, because the whole point of this entire integration is getting a notification when you run a certain event in your game, right? Hey, Purufo, welcome to the stream. I'm so happy to see you here after so long. How are your boats? Are they going on, or are you done with them? No worries. Thank you, Emily, for pinging. Oh, I'm sure you aced them. Yash, I have no doubt about that. It does. Well, in that case, if you have a card, go ahead and put it. It won't charge you until you, of course, give it access to. But in case you don't have a card, I don't know why IEEE is doing this. It should ideally not ask for a card. Let me see if I can do the same thing for you on Zapier. This is the problem when people, things keep getting updated once in a while. Sign up with Google. I don't think I remember this. Okay, I'm not going to be able to sign into Zapier today. But if that's the problem, folks, here's what we can do. No, you don't. You don't have to sign up any differently for IFTTT. But if it's asking you for a card, that means your account is pretty old and it wants you to try Pro. Were they? Well, I'm so sorry about that, Yash. I'm sure you're going to ace call it sooner or later, so I wouldn't be too worried about it. If it's asking you for a card, let me see if I can help you all by giving you access to my IFTTT. I wish it would stop flashing my key. Settings. Back. So I can't add you all either. I'm so sorry about that. Ideally, I would recommend I'm trying to see if I can give you access to my applet. If I can't, settings. Cancel. No, okay. I don't know if I can give you access to the applet. I know for a fact that I should be able to ideally, but if not, let me quickly see if I can set up Zapier for you. Okay, in any way, we're going to continue with this. What we can do is you'll have access to the Slack, right? So you all will be able to see automation run if even one of us runs it. Okay, so let's continue for the time being. Let me show you the entire process and then we'll come back and fix IFTTT. Okay, and if you all want to give it a shot, like take 5 to 10 minutes, we can also do that. We can give a quick break, which we usually do when the hour is over. Okay. So let me quickly show you what we're going to be doing next. So that I'm actually going to give you all a good 10 minutes to go through the code. Okay. So let me quickly open the code view. Okay. So this is a really, again, the author has been kind enough to provide us a glitch game, which means you all can sign up and quickly just copy it. So go ahead, hit the link that I've shared in the chat. Okay. I'm going to quickly paste it here. So if you all don't have a glitch account, you're going to have to create a glitch account. It's fairly simple. Okay. Let me go here. So this is the game. You're going to hit login. Right, again, just log in however you want to, or create an account if you don't have. Glitch is actually really cool to share code and work with, practice code. They also have an AI feature now, which I haven't tried yet, but I would love to sooner or later. Right, now this is what I created earlier today when I was testing this, but I'm going to hit the same link again. So once you're logged in and you see the game again, you should be able to see a remix button, right? So remix your own over here, hit remix your own. Okay, now before I tell you the next step, even though the readme very beautifully describes what you need to do, we're going to take a nice 10-minute break. You know what, Yash? If you want to come on stream and show some cool pixel art, I'm happy for you to do so, because the thing I'm going to show today is so simple and is so lazy that, I mean, you all would be like, why do we even bother with code? But I also have a script in case you want one. Okay, folks, so let's give this 10 minutes. It's 4:30 on my clock. Let's take 10 minutes. If you want to, definitely go have some water if you're sitting on the screen for so long, and go through the README properly. I don't know why this is taking so long to load. There we go, right? So this is the entire markdown. Go through the markdown, readme, and understand what's happening, and then I'll come back and explain it. But think about it, folks. The actual code and the actual tech is so simple, right? It's the sign up and it's the logistics takes time, which is why I'm here. Which is why I make sure that you all focus on removing those tiny obstacles, because I know you all are so smart and so talented that you'll understand the code before I do, right? So see, I'm here to make sure that you all get access to the right tools. Okay, folks, let's take 10. I'm going to play some nice music for you all, and definitely go hydrate, okay? right, folks. How's it going? Did we figure out a bunch of problems? This is actually very cool, Yash. You know what? I think the next GHW is API, right? I think the first stream I should run is don't miss my streams. And I'll have you as a guest case study. See, it's a very needed tool that you want to build. Oh, you met me, Jay? What hackathon did I meet? Did you meet me at? That's actually a cool idea too. Oh, Jessel, I know your LinkedIn message is waiting for me. I haven't forgotten. Don't you worry about it. I met Jessel at Hack League. And yes, I do not forget people I meet. But Jessel changed his username in my defense. I don't forget usernames of people either. But cool, folks, let's move on. Literally another 5 minutes of actual technical, not even technical steps remaining. After that, we'll fix the IFTTT and let me see if I can do an impromptu Zapier connection for you all. I can't wait for Yash to join college. I have a feeling, MLH is going to pick him up as a coach as soon as he joins college. Well, I hope so anyway. Wow. See, that I would like to see, Yash. All right, folks, let's continue. You all have been waiting for a long time. Thank you so much. I appreciate the patience. But this is the last stream of GHW, so I usually take my liberty with the time, which none of the MLHs are fond of, just by the way. But we love our streams, so. Oh, I'm so sorry. I usually read every chat. I'm so sorry I missed it, man. I'm so sorry. I'm going to go back and see where I missed it, though. I don't see it in the chat, Jessel. Are you messing with me? Anyway, yes, Jessel is one of my favorite hackers as well. So I do not forget good hackers. All right, folks, let's continue. I am going back. If you all are struggling with any step, hang in. We're going to get to it and definitely make sure everyone's on the same page, right? So once we've created our Slack automation, connected it, in case it's not letting you create it, let's give it a minute. I'm going to figure out a way for you all to do it. Let's go to our README. You can see it's a very beautifully structured code, very well written. It's also fairly old, and the fact that it works this simply and without any glitches means that it's written really well and with a lot of foresight, right? Especially when you're creating demo applications, it's very difficult to give it so much foresight so it works even like 2 to 3 years down the line. And remember that people usually don't go back and keep updating tutorial blogs, especially if it's written by external people in the company, right? So, okay. I know you all have probably gone through the code already. You can see that it's using the Ably JavaScript SDK and it's using the Ably API key. So all we're going to do today, right now for that matter, is just add the Ably API key. Remember where we're going to find the Ably API key? The first thing we did when we came to this entire page, right? So show and copy. Okay, so I'm going to do that when I'm not sharing my screen, or I don't know how I'll do that, but okay, you know what? Never mind. I'll just delete the thing later. Right? So remember, you want the root key and not the subscribe key. Okay? So I'm going to show, copy, and then go back to my glitch. Right? This is your remixed code, remember? So that's how you can edit it. Where do you keep your API keys? You usually keep them in your environment. So I'm going to go ahead and hit paste, and we have our key there. Okay? Now, you all can go through the code later. I encourage you all to go through it because this is a very well-written game. And it's really nice to get started, especially if you all are in the games week and especially if you all are submitting to challenges. You all can also use this game as a base because it already has the Ably Java SDK, JavaScript SDK, and add the multiplayer scenario, which I'll show you, which has a bunch of good documentation. All right. So, okay, once you all are good with this, you all have done this, you all can go ahead and click preview. I'm going to do a preview in a new window. So it's open a new window for us. And I'm going to hit let go. So now every time I can do a bunch of alerts. Alert, Jetson, Shields. Okay, now I'm going to go to my Slack. You can see that Slack's gone thing, and we can come to GHW James Week. And you can see I have added my name to the message. So you see these are the ones sent by me. Pretty cool, right? Now the only thing over here I see a problem is it's sending the same message, which shouldn't be the case. So let's try something else. Shields. Let's hope that the right. So that's an issue. It should ideally, because this Wi-Fi is this switch. Oh, my bad. Okay, let's go back and see. Now this is an issue because it's only giving one error, which we'll have to fix in the code. Now that I know for a fact that it works because today when I tested it, we did get the shields up and the phalange message. So there's something wrong here. Let's rerun it. Preview in a new window. Let's go. And let's start with a warp. Let's set it down, left phalange. Okay, so it is giving us the right messages. It's queued up because I went ahead and clicked it too fast. So there's a bunch of latency here, is what we observe, right? So I'm guessing it's going to keep sending more. But let's try one last thing. Shields. Okay, so this is the meter that I went, the warp meter that I went. So let's go for, there we go. Okay, so it's working, it's just very slow is what we're realizing here. Okay, so great, this is kind of working. We'll test it a little more later. Well, technically it's not an error. It's a latency issue, hopefully, is my issue. Also, folks, later I want feedback on how you feel about the streams because I feel like where I sit depends on how making it how engaging it is. I was trying to swing for a little bit, but at the same time, I don't want it to be distracting because I know we don't like it when the screen's moving too much. But I just wanted to make sure that it's a little more engaging. I was doing a little psych reading to make streams more engaging. So definitely give me some brutal feedback there. Okay. All right. Awesome, folks. I have missed the chat for a bit. So let me go back and see if you all are facing any other issues. Yes, it was Gaming Skull. See, I remembered every time I saw Gaming Skull, I was like, okay, yeah, that's Jessel. Okay, see, none of y'all have said anything about the actual stream that's going on, which is both flattering and kind of offending at the same time. But I'm glad y'all are having fun. But cool. Whenever y'all are here, in case y'all are still stuck on the IFTTT automation thing, I'm going to see how I can give you access to my account. Because you all are like a bunch of hackers today, so it's very easy for me to do so. And yeah. Cool. And if you all, depending on where you all are sending messages, remember if you all are sending yourself DMs, I won't be able to see it. But if you all send it to the GHW games, we can add your name later. We'll be able to see it. So go ahead. If you all end up doing this, I would love to see your screenshots wherever you do it. I'm going to go ahead and close this. Close this. This is fun. Let's let this run. And cool, folks. So we're basically done with the application. You can see how simple it was. I want you to go through the game code properly. I ideally would have wanted 2 more streams to actually build the game from scratch. Maybe something even simpler related to GHW. But my schedule wasn't clear this week, so I couldn't give my availability in advance. No, don't be sorry. I'm just waiting for you all to actually do the project. Take your time, though. Is that so? I'm so sorry, man. I hate it when products do that. Just change. I mean, it makes sense. They're trying to do a business out of it. Well, they are doing a business out of it. So it makes sense for them to do it that way. But it also makes my streams very difficult. Okay, I think I lost my stream again. Okay, found it. So if IFTTT doesn't work, let's say I really want to make Zapier work for y'all, but I don't remember my Zapier login ID. Uh, let's see. The 3@frenzy.works. If it's gonna ask me to verify an email today, that's gonna be a little difficult. Oh, okay, cool. We are good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do other dev, continue, 1 to 49. Alright, it's good question, it's good question, it's good question, it's good question. Okay, then I do see a Slack integration, so this should be fairly easy to do. Okay, let's go ahead and create a new Zapier. Zap. Trigger. Webhook. Yes, webhooks. And that is another big problem. Does it let me give a free trial? If it does, we'll see. And then from an event, which was test GHW. I don't know yet if this is going to work or not, folks. I'm just trying to see if we are. Oh, see, the problem is, I can't add it here. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to add a manual integration, which shouldn't be too much of an issue, really. Choose. There we go. I think let's try Zapier if it lets us do it without you all getting into the card trouble. Until then, you all can keep working with Slack if you can figure out a way to get it to work, because integrations, open source URL. Key value, test, GHW, message seems about right. I could not update your integration. Please correct the issues before. Should have 1 colon and no spaces. We don't want headers though. We want just a single request, which is a message. Okay, let's do a test GHW. It's only taking key value pairs, which is a tad bit sad. So let's do create a request. And I'm guessing it wants this to be a variable, which is a little sad. And I'm gonna go. This is very sad, folks. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure that I can get the Zapier up for y'all as well. What I do want to check before I continue is that the action, if we can get Slack here. So Slack, choose an event, send channel message, continue, sign in. So I've given Zapier access. Continue. Games week. So this is possible basically. but this is a tad bit more complex. It's not complex, it's rather more advanced, right? Because you can do a lot more. So I'm going to go back to this app and event. Catch hook is fine. We're correct about that. Continue. Pick of a child. Refresh fields. Let's just put test. Continue. The only problem is it won't work because we've not added the Zapier key anywhere. Okay, let's go ahead to integrations. Folks, I'm not on the chat in case y'all are sending anything. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can fix this for us. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out the Zapier for y'all. But in case that doesn't work, okay, I lost the stream page. Give me 1 second, folks. I'm so sorry about this, folks. Let's. Yeah, I don't think I'll just look into Zapier, make sure that I can get Zapier working for you all, and because the code remains the same, your API keys remain the same except the IFTTT key. I just need to figure out how Zapier is asking for the hook. So what IFTTT does, it's doing a simple API key based authentication and then picking up whatever we're sending over the Ably code, right? So we're basically getting whatever we're sending to Ably. I'll have to now check and add the key value pair to the code somewhere so that it can get the key and take the value from it and then send it to Zapier. So, okay, folks, in case you all weren't able to get it up and running, that's fine. I'm going to fix Zapier for you all because it seems easier. And I think it's easy for me to add people to Zapier as well. Where's Zapier? So let's see. I can probably add people to Zapier's here. So yeah, I can add it for you all here. So in case I end up getting Zapier to work for us, what I'll do is I'll quickly add you all, I'll send it in Slack, the Slack that you'll have joined here, right? I'll send it here individually to y'all. Keep an eye out and y'all can join Zapier and complete it. I hate this, man. This was so simple and a simple pro account activation stopped y'all. Let me see if I can upgrade my plan and add you to it. Yeah, I don't know. This is so weird though. Solutions, activity. Weird. Okay, so in that case, folks, what I recommend is you all can use my API key over here, right? Let me share my API key with you all. I'll share that in Slack. And then you all can just, everything will work for you all. Just the applet will be mine, but the rest of it should work for you and it'll be your Ably that will be using it, okay? So let me share your, yeah, I think that works, right? Please be careful, folks. Do not spam my API key, but I think this is the best way to get it to work, right? So I have 2 of these created. Both of them work. We'll go with this. Let's go here. I'm going to delete the Zapier because I'll have to start from scratch at some point. I'll do that and I'll fix Zapier for you all as well. But go ahead, edit, webhook settings, documentations. I'm going to put this in Slack so that I know who all have access to it. Okay. So I'm going and putting it in general. Hey, Sada, welcome. This is the API key, folks. Okay. And cool. You all can just use my IFTTT API key in your integrations here. Okay. Remember that use the event GHW test GHW, and you all should be able to send messages to the Slack here because the rest of it remains the same, and you can use your own Ably API key in your game here. Okay. Make sense, folks? Go ahead and do that. Right? It should, if there's a certain error. I hope that's a joke, Jessel, because yeah, it's gonna take me a while to figure out Zapier. I'm not exactly a big fan of Zapier. Not because it's actually a really beautiful tool, it's just fairly complex. Oh no, it didn't. I'm in Bangalore. I still have a bunch of setup to do in Bangalore. Hopefully by API week, I should have a very fancy setup. Not fancy, but my usual makerspace setup. I'm not in Pune, folks. My maker space or my workshop space that you see is in Pune. I'm in Bangalore these days. If you're in Bangalore, definitely let me know. It looks organized, yes, Jay. Cool, folks. I am waiting for y'all to get this going. I'll know on Slack when y'all send messages. So try it. I'm waiting for some messages here. This is exciting, folks. I really want to see your messages. Is anyone still trying to do it, or have y'all given up? I mean, y'all don't give up. I know that. Great question, SG. So the API key that I've given you, go ahead and put that in your Ably integration, right? So over here, make sure that you put here and make sure your event name is the same. Okay? So make sure that's the same. And over here in your game, make sure that your API key in your environment is what your API key over here is. In your API keys in the Ably, this one, the root API key. Okay, folks? Oh man, I'm so excited to see someone, at least one of you, sending a message here. No, Emily, don't give up just yet. Jessel knows Kannada? Hi, Kat, I guess. Welcome to the last stream of the Games Week. Yes, you can. I should start. I am thinking from next GHW. I'll just have you all on a Slack here, right? So that in case we're sharing like API keys and stuff, which we shouldn't ideally, we have a safer channel to communicate with. But man, I can't wait for you all to send messages here. I was really excited about today's stream because this was a very simple project. The Spotify project was also supposed to be really simple, but it took us a bunch of obstacles to get it running. I know Emily got it running. Oh, you do? Wait. You were, Jessel. I'm so sorry I missed you while you were in Bangalore. Uh, you do? That is so cool, man. I know, I barely know 3 languages. All right, folks. Seems like you all aren't going to be trying this now, which is fine. Very simple stream, though. I'm sure you all will be able to follow if we can figure out the IFTTT glitch. Uh, I'm missing a lot of chat today, I feel. I'm not. Oh, I'm so sorry, Sahil. I'm sure you all will be able to follow this later, though. You all have ample of time. I think 5 hours before the challenge is closed. Right. The reason why I showed you Ably in the first place. This is one of the simplest things you can do with Ably, right? The reason I wanted you all to get familiar with Ably and the automation is because you can do a lot of cool stuff with Ably. Okay, I don't want the dashboard. Okay, so you see here, they have some very cool stuff, especially if you ever want to get started with multiplayer games or even like collaboration platform you ever want to build, Ably makes it so much simpler. So you see, it basically helps you use a bunch of other protocols to create a multiplayer game. So I see Ably used a lot in multiplayer games, right? And they have some pretty cool resources for you to get started with as well. Now, my technical knowledge about both of them individually is decent enough for me to explain, but not enough for me to actually show you an entire code. But I highly recommend going through some of the things that they've created for you here, especially because I know there's a multiplayer challenge going on today. I'm pretty sure you all can use some of the tutorials and demos to use it as a launch pad and create something cool. And their tutorials here are also very cool. But remember what I've said about tutorials, right? Anytime I also use a public tutorial, I make sure I go through it once, because sometimes they're very old. You can see these are like 2022, 2021 tutorials. So things change a lot. The UI UX of this product itself changes a lot. So following it can be a tad bit tricky. Okay, but yeah, you can use any of these also to just jump off with your idea. And of course, you all are smart enough to contribute to this by the next time GHW rolls around as well. So I hope to see some cool contributions. I know Marathi, yes. I can actually speak Marathi. Well, you all will understand what I'm trying to say at the very least. Oh, you did? Oh, you did? Let me go through the feedback. Okay, let me go back and see feedback. I can imagine that, Shamari. I thank you so much for that feedback. I shall definitely do that. That's actually fair. I'll make a to-do list, or at the very least publish it after the stream so it's easier for you all to follow. I'm hoping to be a little more organized from the next GHW because I want to do a proper series. But yeah, hopefully API week will be fun. I actually love API week because it's so much nicer to come up with analogies and give real life examples. All right, folks, that's pretty much it, I think. All right, folks. Sorry for that. So yeah, cool. We're almost done with the project. We're actually done with the project on the stream. I know you all will be following along later. But cool. Let me show you the pixel art I was talking about. So this is, I decided I wanted, so when I was looking at the GHW challenges, every time I sit down, I'm like, you know what, this time I'm going to submit to at least one challenge. I don't end up submitting. So this time I was like, I'm going to do a very lazy thing, right? I'm going to come up with the simplest way to create pixel art. So I Googled exactly that. Guess what was the first thing that popped up? It is pixel art through Google Sheets. Uh, Emily, you always finish everything that I show, so I am not worried about you finishing this. So cool. Great. Let's do that. I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to Google what I Googled and show you what I ended up doing. Right? So I did simple and lazy way pixel art. All right, and the first thing that popped up is, well, in my other browser, Google Sheets. So I'm going to go ahead and put Google Sheets. Okay, and this is what I came up with. This is how freaking simple it is to create pixel art. So go for sheets.new. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and click a nice screenshot of us in the stream with everyone. Let's see where my stream is though. Did I lose my stream again? I did. Oh, hi Arshad. I'm so sorry. I'm missing so much chat today. I don't know why that's happening. we shall fix a lot of things by the next stream rolls around. I appreciate each one's feedback here. Okay, so as you all can see my screen, I went to sheets.new. You're going to go on extensions. Now you can see I've installed a bunch of things, but if you all haven't, you all can click on get add-ons. When you click on get add-ons, you all can go ahead and just simply search for Pixel here. I experimented with both of them because they both seem highly rated and highly used. Pixel Art and Pixel Art by Alice Kilo. So I installed both of them. You all can hit install by clicking on each one of them individually. Once you're all done installing it, definitely refresh the page. So I'm going to do GHW, Pixel Art. And you know what you all can do? I'm actually going to share this sheet with you all. You all can create a sheet each with your pixel art in it. So anyone with the link. Please don't delete each other's work, folks. I know y'all are really nice and y'all won't do that, but I've had a lot of trouble earlier when I've shared collaborated sheets. And y'all just, well, not y'all, but some people go ahead and just select all and delete. Not a very nice thing to do. Cool. So this is the sheet for y'all. I promise another 5 minutes, Emily, and you can go get your breakfast. And cool. So I'm going to take a nice screenshot of us all here. Hi, Ashish. Welcome to the stream. So there we go. You all will see what my StreamYard looks like also. So I've taken a screenshot for us. I'm going to click on extensions here and I'm going to go on Pixel Art first and I'm going to do open. So it's going to open a pane for me here. Right? I'm going to select image. Where are my screenshots? Pictures, screenshots. And this is my screenshot that I took right now. I'm hoping 14th March. Yep, that's it. Okay, and now you can see there are a bunch of things that you can do. You can either draw it with colors or emojis. So I'm going to go ahead and first draw it with colors. So hit draw. And you can see what it did. It's basically taken the image. This is the image that I uploaded here. And it's created, first it's added hex values and now it's just coloring it in. Right? So I'm going to make this GHW demo art. Now you all can each go ahead and do the same thing in extensions because I've already added it to mine. I think you all should be able to run it directly. But in case you can't, just go ahead and do the same things. Add it and add a picture of yours, add a screenshot, whatever works for you. So see, this is what it's created. Now this is obviously very blurry because there are too many details here. I actually did the same thing with my own MLH image, but it was so huge, it was actually scary. Let me show that to you all. So this is what it created when I was experimenting with it. It's so huge, it's actually scary. But that's because the image is very high resolution, right? So what you all can do, reduce the resolution of the image and then upload it. All right, awesome. I have given you all edit access. So I can't wait for you all to create your own pixel arts in this sheet and then share it. I see someone creating. Sheet 3 has been created. That means someone's creating it. Awesome, folks. I can't wait to see what you all create. And I'm definitely hoping to see some Discord images and tweets about the same. I see a sheet 4. Someone is also, Ashish created his. Awesome. This is exciting. I hope something works for you all today. I'm so sorry about the IFTTT glitch. I hope we can do a better job at being organized next time. You can upload your own picture. You can upload your project's picture. You can upload, well, appropriate pictures. I know I don't need to tell you all that, but till the time it follows MLH code of conduct, you all are welcome to submit or upload anything that works for you. So I'm going to leave my, oh, yay. Someone's uploaded a picture here. I think that's Emily. Emily, so I think you need to upload it here. So extensions, pixel art, open, and then there should be an upload button right here. So in case you can't do it, I'll do that for you. Ashish is still doing his. Avirappa is doing his. Jessel is doing his. See, I told you I remember people. So Emily, in case you can't, I'm going to see if I can do that. I can't. Let me upload it for Emily on screen. Yeah. Upload image. And there we go. Cat is doing hers. Avirappa. Are you all actually uploading your pictures as well, or are you all just created tabs? I see a lot of tabs being created, but not a lot of images being added. So I'm doing one for Emily because she added her picture here. I think it's going to create a new sheet and add it. Oh, yay! Jessel did his. There are a lot of things I see happening. Ashish is still working on it. This is Emily's, I believe that's happening. Jessel did it. Let's see if anyone else has completed adding their images in Pixel. But this is so cool. I'm so glad to see you all doing it. Cool. Once all are done, I'm definitely hoping to see your screenshots either in Discord, on Twitter, wherever you feel like it. Oh, this is so cool. I don't know who's uploaded this, but this seems like a plot or a sunset. Please change the tabs to your name or your username, whatever you want people to see. But I love the image that is uploaded. It looks so cool in pixel art. And the best part is, if you all ever want to go ahead and, those startups with color by numbers, this is how they're probably making it, right? I mean, it's a guess, right? Oh, Emily's is so pretty. Also, it was a very high resolution image, so you can see it's created a huge image. Let me see if I can reduce the size of my app. Yep, this helps a little, I guess. I just hope I remember to expand it later. Cool. So I see Jess's art. I don't see a lot of you all having done it, but that's fine. Take your time if in case you're installing the extension. This is so tiny. This is the StreamYard shot. All right, great, folks. So I'm going to close the stream now since I see you all are up to some really cool stuff. Oh, you want to do? Okay, cool. Yash, send me your image. I'll do it for you. There you go, Emily. I did it for you. Yours is looking really cool. I don't know if I can do it for you. If you can do it by phone, you should be able to ideally. But if not, just send me your images on Discord. I will do an added tab for you all. All right, folks, keep sending your images. If you can't send it on Discord, just add it to your own sheet. Change your name, and I'll add your pixel art, and you all can just download it from there if you want to. But this is some very high-res pixel art. Maybe by the next time in API week, we can try and create a script and make an API out of it to add your pixel art. Okay, thank you so much, folks, for joining in. Appreciate the patience. This is the last stream of GHW Games Week. I'm so glad I could at least get one stream in. I'm hoping to take a bunch of more in API week, and we'll be a little more organized together. Yeah, I'll send out materials way in advance so that you all can be prepped and we can do some cool stuff together. Yes, yes. I'm waiting for a minute. Okay, I can't see anything here, so I'm gonna have to increase the size. Sheet. I see someone else has added it. So this is gonna get colored soon. I'm excited to see what this is. Ooh, nice. This is so cute. Please definitely rename your tabs so I can see who's doing what. Ashish is still uploading, I believe. This is Shem. There are two of, even Emily's picture got cleared. So I'm just gonna rename this to Emily, Jessel. Ooh, even this is so cool. Awesome. I see you changed it. Avirappa still uploading. That's cool. Okay, folks, great job. Awesome. I know, it's so cute. All right, Yash, are we done with a minute yet? Cool. I will take it off Discord. Where did you send it on Discord, Yash? Okay, you sent me. Okay. Let me download this. Screenshot. I can't download it. That's fine. I'll just print screen it. Okay. There you go. And there is. Okay, I'm going to add a new sheet. Oh, Yash has a sheet here. So I'm going to go again, start again. Choose image. My last screenshot. And we're good to go. Draw it. And there's Yash's image as well. Did someone... Yash made it completely new. Okay, great. Yash is going to be completely responsible for all the engagement that happens on my Slack channel. Okay, Yash is going to be a very big image as well. But cool, Yash is there as well. Congratulations. You have a very high-res pixel art. So it's not about the size of the image, folks. Remember that, right? This is a very good example of how the size of the image does not matter, but rather the pixels, right? So if it's a high-res image, like it's a very high-resolution image, it's going to have a lot of pixels, right? It's going to create a bigger sheet. If you send me a low-res image, which basically means if you compress your image and send it to me, it's going to have a smaller image, like or smaller pixel value, right? And it's a really good way to understand how resolution works. Sheet 13 is done. Let me check. Sheet 13. Cat. Ooh, so cute. I love the high pixelated. You all can actually now go ahead and print these, like put the hex values and print these and do a color by number game for yourself. How cool is that? You can create your own color by number. Ooh, this looks very cool too. I love the shades that are coming in here. This is such a nice way to break down an image. Sheet 4 is still... Oh, sheet 4 is done. Where is Yash's image? There we go. Sheet 14. And it's a very high-res image, as you can see. All right, folks. This was fun. I'm glad you all did this. Ashish, where is yours? In case you aren't able to upload it, let me know. I'm happy to do it for you, okay? Yep, just a few thousand hundred colors indeed. Or if that's so, Ashish, feel free to send it to me either over Discord or just paste the picture onto the sheet, one of the sheets, and I'll upload it for you. It's okay. Just upload it somewhere like Emily did. So, you just go ahead and put the picture here somewhere. I'll take a screenshot of it and add it. Ooh, I love this. Not Frosty. I love the Batman. I know Yash is going to be very excited to see this. Love the puppy. Love the cat. Avirappa. Arevappa is still figuring it out. Love the city image. Emily's picture. Ashish is trying. Our StreamYard picture. Yash's picture. We'll just rename this later. So I'm going to go for the 404. Sheet 8. Someone's trying to build it. No worries. SG Nimmo is also trying it. Great job, folks. I can't wait to see our images. Added it in the sheet. Cool. Let me quickly upload it for you and then we can close the stream so that you all can get back to your challenges. Ashish, where did you add the image? Have you put it on Discord? I see it on Discord. Thank you. Print screen. That's a really sweet image. And here we go. Start again. Choose image. I'll delete your pictures from my computer. Don't you worry, folks. I'm not going to keep random screenshots of yours. But my sheet will keep it. And you all can, paste your... I really want to see your Discord with your pixel art and your tweets with your pixel art. This is also a very high resolution. So the thing is, when you all are sending me pictures, I'm actually not downloading it. I'm taking a screenshot, which is why it's becoming even more high resolution. And hence it's making it big. So I think, Emily, even you sent me a correct image. I just took a screenshot of it because I didn't want to download it. Right. Yay, so even Ashish is going to have his pixel art up. You all can download it from the sheet. You all have edit access. Please don't do select all delete, folks. I am trusting you all with a collaborated access. All right, folks, I'm going to stop the stream now. Yes, compressing your images is going to be a huge help for you all to create more, tiny pixel art. Awesome. Great job, folks. Thank you so much for joining me for the stream. We're way past our time that I promised I'd end it at. And I'll see you all in the API week now. Bye, folks.